sweet memories that still bloom. There's no room left for gloom. With you, I found my life's true tune. Don't take too long to say you care. I can't keep waiting in thin air. Hearts racing, there's no time to spare. We're a perfect pair, beyond compare, beyond compare, beyond compare.
Protests around the world, headlines about extreme weather events, scientists and public figures calling for action, and governments uniting in the search for solutions. Climate change is a global issue, and we must work together to save our world. But what exactly is climate change? Our planet's climate has changed throughout history, alternating between ice ages and warmer periods. Earth has been through at least 5 major ice ages, with the last one ending nearly 12,000 years ago. So if the climate has always changed, why is climate change such a big issue today? Since the start of the Industrial Revolution in 1760, Earth's average temperature has risen faster than ever before. This effect is known as global warming, and it's caused by the increase of greenhouse emissions from human activity. Greenhouse gases occur naturally on our planet, but human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels, agriculture, deforestation, and the decomposition of waste in landfills have increased the amount of greenhouse gases dramatically. Greenhouse gases act like a blanket around Earth, trapping the heat from the sun's rays. This is called the greenhouse effect. Thanks to this effect, Earth has just the right temperature for life to thrive on it, unlike other planets in our solar system. However, if the greenhouse effect becomes too strong, it starts to cause issues. The increased temperatures we are experiencing now are causing ice in the Arctic and Antarctica, as well as glaciers and snow around the world, to melt. The water created by the melting ice pours into the oceans, causing sea levels to rise. This puts small islands in danger of disappearing, especially those in the Pacific and Caribbean regions. Rising sea levels are also causing devastating floods in many countries like China, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, and Thailand. These floods are not only a direct hazard to humans, but can also destroy crops and farms used to feed the population. Another effect of the rising temperatures is that oceans warm up and evaporate faster than normal, increasing the occurrence of severe storms and heavy rainfall. Global warming is making weather more extreme, bringing longer droughts and heat waves. The loss of soil moisture and the high temperatures during a drought increase the risk of wildfires too. The high temperatures both on land and in our oceans affect Earth's delicate ecosystems. Many animals are forced to migrate to other areas to survive, while others are losing their habitat and dying. So, can we do anything to stop the effects of climate change? Climate change has already reached a point that humanity has never experienced before. However, the future of our planet is in our hands. Communities must make smart choices and tackle this issue with environmentally friendly actions. Some solutions to limit global warming include switching from burning fossil fuels to renewable and greener energy sources like solar, hydroelectric, or wind energy. Reducing the emissions caused by industry and transportation by investing in greener technology. And limiting the deforestation of land and investing in more space-efficient forms of agriculture, like vertical farming. These are all big solutions, but there are also smaller things that you can easily do at home. For example, recycling, composting your organic waste, eating more veggies and fewer meat products, saving electricity, and buying things that last longer or can be reused. People around the world are working together to innovate, engineer, and develop solutions for the issue of climate change. Bhutan is the world's most carbon-negative country. Costa Rica has achieved 99% renewable energy. And China is now the world leader in wind power. Climate change is a global issue, and our future depends on the actions we take today. How is your community working towards a more sustainable future?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, our friend, very happy for this day. I can share knowledge about the global climate change. This is very interesting explanation, and this is very interesting material. Or we can explain about it, and I know not all people can think about it, and we must try to find something and think the future about this planet in art is need to have some touch for the people in the world. Okay, this material say rising seas may flood the Maldives and not just the Maldives island, but all islands in the world, in Indonesia, in Asia, in the Europe, and all the islands in the world can find the sea level are rising worldwide. We know the rising sea is important issues when we can find, if we not think about it, the land covered by oceans. All the processors, all the scientists link this to global climate change. The scientists link global climate change very dangerous if we not do something for the future and find the problem solution. This is said the global change threatens the Maldives island, a group island in the Indian Ocean, with the flooding, severe storm, erosions, and saltwater contamination. A group of the island in the world In the world, we can say it happen the flooding, erosion, and land can be land where find the saltwater contamination. We can focus for these issues because the global climate change is always look for our and it can happen every time. With the greenhouse gas, Earth will be too cold to support life. Earth needs a greenhouse gas. Earth needs a greenhouse gas. If the long time rot and salt falls left to meet, we don't know what happened in the world in the future. All must be care. We always care. We must be care about the earth. Must be love about the earth, and always keep this environment from the global warming. We must think about it. What the greenhouse effects in the world? We can say the natural process in which greenhouse gas absorbs heat and releases slowly back into the atmosphere. Greenhouse gas do not trap energy that has been converted to heat Earth's surface. In the world, greenhouse gas absorb heat and release in slowly. We can actually construct warm in structure. The greenhouse gas a natural process. We can become absorb heat and release slowly back into the atmosphere. The environment is not support for our if we not do something about the greenhouse effect, because all do with the natural process from the absorb heat and release is slowly into the atmosphere. All people always do something, care about the planet, care about the earth. The climate change always look for our always natural have a natural process. We have the effect of latitude from the distance from the equator. The greater the latitude have a cooler location of our climate will be in the pole north and pole south. And the research also shows when the change angel at with sunlight streak art. The sessions depend on changing and with sunlight streak art. This must impact the natural process because the climate change We can do something for the greenhouse gas to reduce the effect or impact from the climate change. When is one of factor for reduce the energy in the world. When bring the moisture in the air and carry it for the long distance and make fall as the precipitation. For the wind transfers for the moisture and transfer for the fall in some place, some country, and cold air can move from the poles towards from the equator, from the westerlies, northeast, southeast, and westlies, and the westerlies. This is an ocean climate change current, which are a combination of the unequal heating of water and unequal salinity. There is ocean current due to the combination of the unequal heating of the water and salinity. The ocean absorbs a lot of carbon dioxide, causing a global cooling effect. The ocean can hold 50 times more than is found for the atmosphere. Some factors that affect for climate, we can find the factor is the topography, volcanoes, vegetation, Earth orbit. Topography. What's to the topography? There is higher altitudes, have cooler temperatures, mountain range, and affect rainfall patterns. The volcanoes. Why do the volcanoes? These gases and particles can temporarily deflect sunlight and the causing air to cool. Vegetation. There is a plant life promotes cloud formation and absorb carbon dioxide in the air. Our orbit change in the Earth's orbit and the tilt of Earth axis affect the distribution of solar radiation. In the future, we can find the warmest year on the record. We can find some location, some country, not just the Maldives island and all the world, and we can happen to the warmest for the tragedy of the warmest. Evidence of the warming Earth. Since 1986, the rising global surface temperatures in the Antarctica has lost an area more than 2 times the size of the Rhode Island. This is can prevent the melt of ice, the melting ice for the glaciers, polar ice, and the sea level water is rising in the land and cover the land. We must think about that, and we must do something to have make somewhat best for the future. What the studying climate change direct measurement is used to study today's climate and have the proxy indicator such as veteran the zero drawings give clues about past climate and have a model arts used to make prediction about the future climate. We our must have the prediction about the future of climate. Find the cause of climate change on the total greenhouse gas emission in 2016. The 9% for the agriculture, 20% for the commercial and residential, and the transportation is 27%, and for the electricity is 29%, and for the industry is 21%. For this study accordance regarding this tragedy increase in greenhouse gas are the primary cause of climate we must do for the greenhouse gas, and the increase in greenhouse gas is mainly due to burning of fossil fuels and change for the last use. This is the effects for the climate change. Europe killed 3,500 people and affect the organism for the habitat shift, for the migration start in the spring and lost ice make hunting seals difficult for the poults. For the migrating sandhill, for migrating bird, for the habitat can feel this is the climate change periodic, and loss of ice make hunting still difficult for the polar bears. For effect of the changing oceans, the one is the rises or make us something different. The color of healthy brain color comes for the algae and change ocean acidity for the resulting from an increase in dissolved carbon dioxide can harm organisms. The order of changes ocean is an increase in ocean temperature is associated with the process called coral bleaching, in which algae living with coral without the algae coral cannot survive. The other effects currents of the climate change, the agriculture is forestry, effects are complex. Late growing season for some crops to be positive and drought and forestry to be negative. For the economy, decreased yield, it could propose damage to surface storm and climate condition, and human health extreme health have increased in common can cause health stroke and death. For the future effect for climate change, for the cessation, Warmer temperatures can promote the disease transmission from animal to people, and severe for low-lying populated coastal area may be flooded and silverized, and the water supply, saltwater contamination of aquifer resulting from rising sea levels and a decrease in glacial is may threaten freshwater supplies. This is happened in the United States. 63% the population live in coastal areas, and coastal area always have a link with the climate change. This is the shoreline, the land in the coastal area, and for the climate change, fossil fuel combustion can rise 70% of the electricity usage in the United States, and this is the economic sector and this productive activity, the carbon footprint, the amount of the carbon dioxide. Most electricity is generated by burning fossil fuels. The reduced electricity use reduces carbon footprints. What the reduced electricity use, there is use energy efficient technology which lessen the electricity needs to the job and reduce to use the electrical device and appliance. What the alternative source of electricity have solar power, solar energy, wind power, hydroelectric power, geothermal power, and alternative source for the electricity. Advanced vehicle technology, we must be the greenhouse emission for the transportation. We use the gasoline electric hybrid vehicle, not the use for the nature vehicle that use alternative fuels such as compressed natural gas and vehicle that use the hydrogen fuel cell. For the reduction depends on car, we can walking, biking, and using transportation using for the public transportation. We are reduce fossil fuel use. Many communities like code for the public transportation. And what the strategy is or reducing greenhouse gas for the agricultural forestry, reduce soil for the carbon oxide to emission, cap and trade system for emission allows that can be sold or trade, and carbon tax, a tax per units on emission and carbon offsets instead of the directly reducing emission. Components can be the voluntary payment, and carbon sequestration technology is used to trap and store carbon dioxide emission. On the Comrades about nation, the Kyoto Protocol is being international effort to reduce greenhouse gas below 19. And this year note the Paris Climate Agreement and effectivity replaced the Kyoto Protocol as of 2016. I think we must always together to all contribute towards that the melting that's for the agreement goals to think the future about the climate change and for the natural emission reduction to put the earth in the future. We can reduce for the emission use, and we must save for the nature, save for the habitat of animal, and we can save for the pole, the North Pole and South Pole, and we must save for the atmosphere. the air temperature for atmosphere, because if the atmosphere is hungry, can transfer the fall in the all country and make flooding for the required land. Flooding can be covered the land, all country. I think this a disaster can be happened. I think this is for my explanation. We can think about that, and the scientists, all the science or all the researcher, this is agree for reduce energy for the emission in the world. I think this is explanation about the climate change. I will continue to explanation about the climate change. I think this is very important, and the other material we can share to always remember our to save for this earth. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. We will be meet in other meeting. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.